Hello everyone and welcome to Net Crypto, where you get important information and news about all coins and tokens of interest. And today we're taking a look at Rebel Satoshi, right? So this is an update of this scam. So I'm going to be telling you some very important information, right, for those who really want to listen to so that we can figure out exactly where this scam is actually going, right? For me, things are not going so well for Rebel Satoshi from what I can see, right? So we're going to be jumping into that. And there are also a few people that I saw coming commenting saying this is not a scam, right? And all sorts of nasty comments. I guess these are people who are behind the scam. I've been looking at scams for 3-4 years, right? So it's nothing new, right? So I'm going to be talking a little bit about that, and I'm going to be talking about the claiming aspect. If you missed the last video, right, the way that they set up the scam, I'm going to be telling you about that, right? And then lastly, I'm going to be talking about how you can wise up against these scammers, right? So starting off, right, we just want to talk about the whole pre-sale. Obviously, I've been looking at scams, crypto scams for a while, and now we are in the pre-sale age, right? One day, I want to actually do very soon a documentary on crypto scams, how they have evolved. So we're in the pre-sale age, and the pre-sale for Rebel Satoshi has just ended, right? It has just ended, and guess what? It has been listed on CoinStore, right? On this exchange called CoinStore, right? I had never heard of this exchange before until it got listed here. Actually, a couple of people came commenting saying that I missed out on this token because it's been listed on a major exchange and so on. And I believe those are people behind the scam, because it's only week one of claiming for Rebel Satoshi, right? Which means that because there's still a long way to go, right? So it's week one. There's a vesting mechanism in terms of claiming, right? Rebel Satoshi. So you're not able to claim all your tokens, right? So if you go to the white paper, you go to claiming, right? There's a vesting mechanism, right? You already understanding the vesting schedule. Tokens will be released over an 8-week period, right? So you can only claim 12.5% per week, which means in week one currently, the only amount to claim, even if you are able to claim, that is, even if you're able to claim. A lot of people have actually come out saying they are not even able to claim, which is something that we've seen across multiple scams I've covered on the channel. They allow some people to claim, to claim. They also block other people from claiming, especially if you have invested a large amount of money. They block you from claiming. But for some people, they allow them to actually claim. So this whole vesting period is designed, they say it's designed to stabilize the price. But the real reason for this is they want the scam to prolong for as long as possible. Because looking at the scam history, right, before they used to just take the money from day one, right, and close the gates. You're not able to get access to your money. So they saw that this is not working. A lot of investors were wising up against that. And then now they came up with staking, right? Pre-sale in conjunction with staking, because when you're staked, you don't actually realize that there's no money. The money is gone already. By the time that you try to claim, let's say it's after 2-3 months, they've already moved on to another scam. But now they are now introducing this vesting mechanism. Vesting is actually a legitimate way in traditional business that allows, let's say, employees tenure. For example, an employee can be given 100 shares and is told that 25% of the shares vest each and every year, right? So that they continue to be employed. So that is an incentive for the employee to stay with the company, because after each year they get 25% of the shares, right, when they sign the contract. But now this is being abused, obviously, right, with the scammers. 8 weeks, only after 8 weeks, right, will you be able to get 100% of the amount that you've invested. And currently, if you check on CoinStore, the so-called exchange where it's listed, the price is at around 0.025, which is just shy away from the 0.024, which the price was in the pre-sale. And you can see the abnormal movement of the price here. See, 24-hour high is 0.4, right, which is extremely abnormal. You can see this is just done to manipulate the price, so that you just look at the high, right? And you can see here a normal token will see a gradual increase of the price. It stays on top, it comes down, and so on. But here you can see these were just some pumps, right, designed just to pump the price up to make it look like, right, the price was on the high. In this CoinStore exchange, right, that everyone is talking about, like CoinStore, and this looks like some scammy exchange, right? Because just go to Trustpilot. Don't take my word for it. Go to Trustpilot and type in CoinStore, right, .com. Everyone is complaining about this exchange, except maybe people behind the exchange are the ones putting 5 stars. Everybody else is complaining about some recent token called KOIP, right? The worst exchange I've heard. Huge fees for transactions and promotion of scams on CoinStore banners. Together with KOIP, they participate in several crypto expo events, right? The worst cryptocurrency exchange ever. Deceitful company. Do not trust this. Avoid and report. So guys, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if you are thinking of signing up with this exchange, don't, right? Don't, if you don't want to end up in a sea of trouble. So the worst cryptocurrency exchange ever. Do not trust this company and avoid it at all costs. They shamelessly partnered with CorePy AI and misled thousands of investors. Guys, I'm just reading this out of Trustpilot, right? That's the best place to go whenever you want to do business with an exchange, a company, whatever. You go to Trustpilot, see what other customers are saying. You see, they get like a star and a half, right? It's pretty bad. So it seems like this KOIP AI was some other scam. A lot of people crying about this, right? You see here, deceitful exchange that partner up with multiple scams and Ponzi schemes, right? CoinStore partners themselves with scamming companies, right? So this is Mubarak. This is so it's different people, because sometimes you see one person commenting a lot, but here we can verify it's different people commenting. Very bad company, right? The company, very bad company. They partnered with Ponzi scheme, KOIP AI. So it seems like this KOIP AI was really a bad scam, right? And then you get someone giving 5 stars. So no doubt these are some of the people who will be like behind the exchange, right? And CoinStore is affiliated with KOIP, scam, and so it's really bad, right? It's incredibly bad. Almost all the comments on here. So these are the type of exchanges that Rblz Satoshi is getting listed on, right? If I had a token that is legit, I wouldn't want it listed on CoinStore. Even more, go on and then start to announce that we are being listed on a major exchange, right? New listing on CoinStore, right? And so on. Exciting news. Embark on a thrilling quest with Rblz Satoshi as we celebrate our upcoming listing on CoinStore, right? This is not something to celebrate. You wouldn't even want to have anything to do with a scammy exchange like CoinStore, where everyone is complaining about some token that defrauded a lot of people of their money. So this is a telltale sign, guys, if you're not convinced that this is a scam, right? And just because it's a scam, like I said, it doesn't mean that you can't make some money from that, right? But that's where the big brain crypto ego logbook comes into play, because there is money to be made in crypto, even some of the scammy tokens. And for example, Pepe. Was Pepe a scam? Would you say yes? Would you say no? Well, I'm here to tell you that Pepe was a scam. Now, hear me out. Remember the news that came out? Pepe says bad actors on the team stole 15 million Pepe after they had been listed on Binance, right? Team members within Pepe stole 15 million. So these people who start up these pre-sales, they are hoping that their pre-sale is going to just catch on fire, and then it's going to trend, right? The meme is going to trend, it's going to go all the way to Binance, and they're going to make tons of cash, right? If that doesn't happen, they still win anyway, because they are going to be taking a whole bunch of cash from investors, right? But their hope is they go all the way to Binance, right? Crypto.com, all the exchanges, and then they get to run away with a big bag, right? Such is what they did on Pepe. These bad actors are actually team members on Pepe when they created the token, when they were shilling it from the start in the pre-sale and all that stuff, right? So the same thing can happen with Rblz Satoshi. It can go to Binance. I'm not saying it is. Right now, with the way things are looking, I don't think it will. The reason for that is the Big Brain Crypto Ego logbook. This is a logbook on Amazon, right? I've got an affiliate link down in the description. I created this book, right, to help investors, because I've been looking at scams. I really haven't been doing anything to help out investors. So a lot of people have come out complaining, hey, it's 38 bucks, it's too expensive. You know, no one is obligated to buy this, right? I once had an investor who was scammed off 138,000 US dollars by a token that was 7 days old, right? So if I just thought to myself, if that investor had evaluated at least 5 pre-sales or 5 tokens in the big brain crypto ego logbook, right? There's no way they were going to take him for that amount of money, right? How much money have people lost compared to the price of this? It's next to nothing, right? So this logbook allows you to actually be able to actually evaluate pre-sales, right? With that, you don't even need to buy the pre-sale, just evaluate, right? And it's a hardcover book that you purchase on Amazon, right? Because we are so much of tech these days, right? You can do this in an Excel sheet. You don't even need to buy the hardcover book. You don't need to. But when there's a power that comes with using a hardcover book, going to good old pen and paper, when dealing with tech, away from tech, and you start to evaluate things that you are doing, you write it down, the pre-sale start date, end date, website, their handle, percentage top 10 holders are holding, you've got a space for notes, and then you've got the scam or legit evaluation. You can check if the team is doxed. If they are doxed, is the LinkedIn verified, right? There are multiple videos I've done where I show you how to verify if the LinkedIn is legit, because some projects, they'll say they are doxed, but the LinkedIn doesn't make any sense, right? It actually sells the project out that they are actually a scam. And of course, you can also check the pre-sale contract, right, as well as the value proposition, which means what value are they bringing. For example, with Rblz Satoshi, they are talking about stage 4, phase 4, where they are going to do some game, right? That's just a story, right? That's just a story. No game is going to come up, right? And of course, adoption is very important, right? This is where you can actually start, you can make your money even if it is a scam, by tracking adoption. And the golden rule is you don't buy in the pre-sale, guys. Like I've said it many times, you don't buy in the pre-sale. You buy once it is available on some DEX, right? Preferably on a DEX, but don't buy it on scammy exchanges like CoinStore, where everyone is complaining about some AI token which store everyone's money, right? You don't do that. And then the other thing that you need to be well versed with is launch price tracking. For example, from day 1 to day 2 to day 3, you can start to track the price movement of that token. For example, with Rblz Satoshi, it went to 0.03 on CoinStore, but I don't know how many people will actually be able to benefit from that, because a lot of people are not even able to claim, right? They're not even able to claim this token. So that's one of the things that you can actually record as well. And if you end up deciding to buy into the token, right, you've evaluated, you are happy with everything, you can also note down the amount, the price, how many tokens you have, and later on, when you decide to sell, you can write your profit or loss and your emotions at the time of buying and at the time of selling. You have also a space for notes where you can just write extra notes on there, right? And on the second page, you've got ego notes where you just write information that you find interesting about that particular token, and also adoption tracking. You want to keep tracking how many people are on X, right? For example, we see this 28,800K followers on X, right? Those are some of the things that you can record on adoption, right? You can also track how many people on Telegram, right? And also the engagement around there, and multiple other places like YouTube and so on. You can track to see, is the adoption growing? That's how you'll be able to catch the next Pepe. So even though Pepe was a scam, a lot of people made a lot of money, right? And one of the ways you are able to see that is through adoption tracking. Because imagine if you had bought Pepe within the first week after it is actually launched, right? For Pepe, I didn't actually check whether there was a pre-sale or not. If there was, just let me know. I'll be interested to know. But after the pre-sale is ended, you were still able to buy your Pepe, right? The first week, and you were still going to be a millionaire, right? So that's one of the things that you can see, because a token that is going to Binance is going to start to get huge adoption through all social channels. People are going to start to talk about it. Those are some of the things you can record in your ego notes, right? So like I said, no one is obligated to buy this token, this book, right? But it will really help to elevate your crypto game, right? It will really help to elevate your crypto game. And no one will be able to take you for a ride after you review 3, 4, 5 tokens, right? And there's just something nice about having a hardcover book, right, away from tech, where you evaluate, and years later you still have that hardcover book, and you still have some important information in there that you can reflect on, right? So this is something that I just wanted to share with you in terms of Rblz Satoshi, right, coin store, all that. Hopefully this has been valuable, right? So thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget the link for the book if you want to support the channel, right? It's down there in the description.